Okay, this Hangout is live. We're having a couple of technical difficulties tonight. Trying to just see if this is going to pick up on my live stream over here. Bear with me if it starts.
We're having a couple of
It is. The live stream is working. I made sure it was public and everything. So it is not showing right now on the Hangout page. I don't know why, but I'm going to post it in the comments right now. And we will continue with the Hangout anyway and figure out how to load it later. Putting a link to the live stream in the comments. Okay. A really lovely picture of me too. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get this Hangout started. Let me just put one more comment in the TopTeam group for our TopTeam listeners, so they know where to go to watch this video and where to, I did put it in the comments section, so hopefully people can read it in there. Let me just get this posted on here real quick. Okay, so I've loaded it in TopTeam as well. And I am going to be good to go right now. Hey everybody, this is Julie Becker and Lutisha Merlin here. Georgia is traveling tonight. She's been traveling around to see family, and it's like a busy time. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Thank you for joining us here on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. I have a little bit of a red nose. I was out this weekend, took my kids to go see an air show because we live in near a Air Force base, and this wore off, so I got a little bit of a pink nose tonight. Apologize for the delay in getting started. I don't like to have delays, and I apologize that it's not up on the Hangout page right now. If you're at the Hangout page, it is in the comments section. So hopefully people will go into the comments section and see that, and we'll monitor it to see if there's comments coming in and make sure that we post the live link in there. Thank you for joining us tonight. We wanted to talk to you about a really cool topic, and I really didn't want to put this off and not do the Hangout tonight because of a little technical snafu, because it's a really important topic. Those of us that are in e-commerce were waiting for it so much when it happened, which it happened about a week or so ago. And that event is Q4, the fourth quarter, the fourth selling quarter of the year. And that is a very big time of year for us. It's a very exciting time. Typically, summer months are slower, not and just in regular business, but online as well. You know, people are out vacationing. They're doing those types of things. They're just relaxing. They're checking out for a little while. I mean, certainly there's still sales, but unless there's seasonal sales for summer things, you know, a lot of times things can be slow. And then the kids start back up to school. Here comes the fall, and then into September, things start picking up a little bit, and they're really starting to pick up now. I don't know, Letitia, if you've noticed an increase in your sales, but even in the past week, mine have really been starting to blow up, and I'm super excited about that. You've been seeing any trending up in your sales?
You know, I've been excited too, because things have started to move along very nicely in sales. And it's funny because I actually had a couple of clients that were like messaged me as soon as something sold, like, wait a minute, I was just looking at that, where'd it go? And I was like, oh, well, you know what? Give me a second. I can get you another one. So that was actually like, I don't know, it was an exciting day for me on that one. So, and you know, I'll just throw it out there. Christmas trees right now just are the thing to do.
You know, already, and I don't even have mine listed yet. I was like, shoot, I got to get them up there. I memean, I'm like, you know, the Halloween stuff, of course, is already is going out the door, and you know, but it's so funny that people just don't they don't think about that. And I really wanted to bring this topic up tonight and talk to you all about it that may be listening to this, because you may be saying to yourself, well, I haven't started up yet, I don't know what I'm doing yet, I'm very new yet, can I still make money in the fourth quarter? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. Yes, 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 you can. In fact, I would dare say it's going to be a lot easier right now, because we've just given you a big tip in here. You can go ahead and get started. Now, yes, you do have to warm up your eBay account if you are not, if you know, to get it warmed up, to get eBay comfortable with you and all that other kind of stuff. But if you're you know, listing things that are currently selling, like you're listing, you know, seasonal stuff, list Halloween stuff, list Thanksgiving stuff, start listing Christmas trees and holiday decorations and things like that, you're going to start generating sales. This is like the perfect time to warm up your eBay account. Letitia, what do you think?
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. Absolutely, this is definitely the time to get started if you haven't already. You know, we're still very early into the season, and it's just going to get busier in the next few weeks, and even just for the, you know, towards the end of October and the beginning of November. And you know, still Thanksgiving, I'm still selling Thanksgiving fall type stuff. Halloween's kind of slowed down a little bit. You know, I know somebody else that we were talking is doing very well with snow boots and coats already. That's an area I stay away from. I don't like to play with sizing.
Yeah.
But you know, it's what you're comfortable with and what you want to sell and what you like to sell and what you think is going to go with consumers. And I tend to stick with one size fit all kind of stuff. So but like I said, it's that season. People you know, people either love or hate the holidays, but either way, they have family and children and friends and relatives that they're still going to think about. And you know, that's the other thing. If you don't want to sell the decorations or the coats or the shoes, there's still always the things that you have to have for get-togethers. You know, those are always a big seller this time of the year too. People like realizing that they need extra cookie sheets or extra mixers or whatever. It's time to replace their mixing bowls because they have a lot of holiday cooking to do and theirs is kind of outdated. So there's a lot of ways to go.
Absolutely. And you know, a lot of people do get worried because they're worried they're going to miss the fourth quarter. Here we go, it's the fourth quarter and I haven't started yet, and now I can't possibly figure it out, and I don't know what I'm doing, and can I figure it out fast enough? Well, you know, we've got some great tools in the back office. We have the eBay lister, which will help you get your items listed really, really quickly. We've just given you a huge free nugget for you that would really help you get started too in selling holiday items. If you're brand new, you could come in and start selling that stuff right now. Start making smaller profits right now and poise yourself. Man, in November, you could be ready and really start ramping it up so fast. And then just coming into, just think beyond that, think a bigger picture, and set yourself up so when you're coming into the first of the year, you've got a super hot, warmed up eBay account, and you're like moving right along. I mean, this is like a perfect time to get involved. Sometimes people do struggle with what to sell. It's not that hard, but this time of year it is easier. Like Christmas trees are huge right now. The decorations, get those like the things that spray point the lasers on your house and things like that. All sorts of decorations right now, nativity scenes, like anything like that is going to be great sellers right now. People are already thinking about it. They're already wanting to get it. Like Letitia said, things that you need for the holidays. I mean, people may hate the holidays, but hey, guess what? They still got to shop. There's get-togethers, they got to buy stuff for people, and they don't want to go to the stores. They're going to go on eBay. They're going to go on Amazon. They're going to need, serving platters. They're going to need, table coverings. They're going to need all sorts of things like that. Fall is still doing really well right now. Thanksgiving is a little bit farther away. So you still be good selling, fall types of decorations and that type of thing. So just this is a really good time to get your business started if you haven't yet. And if you're new and you're still kind of course, there goes my phone. So you could still really do very, very well this holiday season. And even if you're new, get my train of thought back again, and you're still learning the ropes, just wanted to share some nuggets with you about some things that really can help you learn the ropes faster, get your account warmed up faster, get more sales under your belt, start getting more feedbacks for you. This is just a fantastic time to do it. The velocity of the sales is going to start increasing dramatically. I mean, I'm a seasoned seller, and so is Letitia, and right now we are seeing, a pickup, and even things that aren't seasonal, like the holiday things. That's just a gimme. That's just a giveaway right there. That's just to give you some free value right there for you. But other things are picking up too. My other products are picking up and starting to move and moving faster, and it's really exciting. So in general, all your sales are going to start picking up this time of year. So I really want to encourage you, if you're sitting on the fence and thinking about whether or not you want to get started, then don't let this opportunity pass you by, because it's easier this time of year. And usually what happens, and if you're drop shipping, and usually you'll stop like maybe, mid-December, somewhere around there, things start getting hit, they start getting hectic and lots of sales and things are running out of stock and things like that. So, and you can turn it off at that point, and just wait it out until the first of the year. You can absolutely do that. But I mean, I'm just going to encourage you to take advantage of it now, because this can set up your momentum for first quarter of next year. And I would hate for you to miss out on an opportunity like this, because you're nervous about the process and nervous about, can I figure out what to do? One thing that I will tell you is that in the top team, we have an amazing group of people. When you ask questions in there, they're answered. People will answer your questions. They'll get you to the resources you need. If you're having problems, or you're having issues, and maybe you have a problem with an order, you're not sure what to do with it or how to handle it, or something pops up that you can't find easily in the training, you can ask it in the group, and that's really there to be a huge support network for you. So if sometimes people are actually afraid of success, right? I mean, a lot of people are afraid of failure, but a lot of people are afraid of success, because along with success comes other issues with it. You start generating sales, you're successful. Every once in a while, you might have a customer who complains. We talked about this a while ago. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes, and that might scare you. And it's okay if it scares you, but it shouldn't be a reason to prevent you from getting started, because we've got a great support network and the top team. I see Letitia answering questions in there. I see Brian Bramer answering questions in there. I see Brett Martell answering questions in there. I try to when I'm in there. Jeff White answers questions in there. You know, lots of people in there. I mean, Christina, Darshell, you know, Chris McCoy gets in there when he can be in there too. I mean, we have so many people in there that can answer questions for you. And I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of people that I haven't mentioned that will help you out too. It's just, I'd be, you know, shouting out names for half an hour. So we have a lot of support to help you in that group. And just know that if you're hearing this message now and you're wondering, can I do this? Should I get started? Maybe I should wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. This is like the perfect time to get started, and it's not crazy yet. You can, you know, go through the training pretty quickly. You can get your first listing up within the first day, you know, your first manual listing. You go after some low-hanging fruit. Letitia and I just gave you some great ideas for some things, some great seasonal things that you could start throwing up and listing right now. And I guarantee if you, you know, in the beginning, you price things competitively. You're not looking to make, you know, $10 profits in the beginning. You're looking to warm up your account, get some sales going, get some good numbers going. And, you know, that's just going to set you up. I mean, you know, you get that, and it's easy to get it going now. There's a lot of low hanging fruit there. And that's just going to carry you into the next year and really set your business up. We've got a lot of help available for you. Letitia, do you have any other anything else you want to add about?
Well, you know, I was going to say, because talking about people just getting started or are on the fence about whether they want to do this. If you're just starting and you haven't really set up an eBay account yet, or you're not really selling anything on eBay, you know, our eBay Map for Profits it's really a good tool to use. It's a layout. It's blueprints of do this for the first, you know, like if you start with Prime, our lowest membership, this is what you do for the first 30 days. And before you know it, you've got over 100 items already listed and going. And it's really great. And I have to say, everybody always asks, you know, since we've started have the INFINii eBay lister, how long does it take you to list? And I was always proud. I was like, yeah, it takes me about, you know, between 3 and 5 minutes, depending on, you know, how long it takes me to find the item. And then I'm hearing these other people that have been in it much longer saying that, you know, it literally takes them 2 minutes. They can do between 20 and 30 in an hour. I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? Like, because I think I'm doing good. So, you know, and then just a couple of Saturday Prime trainings ago, Nikki and Parrish were on, and they were talking, and Nikki told me, like, she literally sat there and said, you know, this is how I do it, and this is how I get my thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so brilliant. She looks up all of her products that she's going to list first. Like, she literally has all the stores and sources and items that she does that first. So she spends, you know, whatever, 20, 30 minutes finding these items. And then she goes to the lister and just goes one right down the row and gets it done. And I'm like, that is so brilliant and so simple. Why didn't I think of that? Because I was scouting out one product. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this product. And then there's some techniques that they teach you in the training. And so one of the things I always do is list 2 or 3 more items that are either already selling in where I'm sourcing the item from because of other people bought them along with this item, or these are 2 or 3 items that are very similar and go hand in hand with these items. And then I go and I look up something else and use the other techniques. And I'm like, if I spent 20 or 30 minutes just doing that on 20 or 30 products, I could go back to the lister and do just like Nikki and just get it out like that. So it is not too late to get started tonight or tomorrow and have a full eBay site listed in a week or 2. Like, you really can quickly get it up if you follow the trainings and take those advice.
Unmuting. Yeah, I'm just I'm super excited. I think that's genius. That I mean it's funny things when you been doing things for a while. Sometimes you just get used to your way of doing it. I do that too. I have my little way, my little method of the way I do things, and then I'm just like, ah, somebody else tells you something, I'm like, man, yeah, I could do that. I could do it that way. But that's good. That's what's so great about community. You learn something. I will say that at the Prime and Surge levels, it's really cool because we have trainings every Saturday. They are recorded, and we have them for each level. The more advanced you get for a Surge, they give you more advanced techniques in there. And these are really, really good. This is the training being applied. It's training in action. So they actually go through real examples, and they'll show you different things of how they're doing things, how they're listing, how they're using some of these additional techniques of selling similar and finding similar items to get 2 or 3 things listed up at one time. And this is stuff that's just bonus stuff that's covered for you. I mean, they don't cover all those details in the training because the goal of the training is to get you versed and very good at the fundamentals and the basics, and you get good at the fundamentals and the basics, and then you can start learning some more little tips and some more little tricks, but you add those in gradually. The key though is to go ahead and get started with the fundamentals. And yes, the map we do have that Letitia mentioned is awesome. I mean, it lays out for you day one. Here's what you do. Here's the training that you go through. Here's the actions that you have to take. Whether it's list this, find an item from this site and list it. It tells you exactly what you have to do on every single day. So you've got that map for you. I love that. I mean, I love having things that are set out. I mean, you don't have to guess. This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do today, and I get it done. So that is awesome. And I think that's pretty amazing at getting, wow, like I'm like, wow, 20 and 30 listings in an hour. I'm like, that's crazy. That's awesome. I'll leave it to Nikki. But yeah, so I just wanted to spend a little time talking about the fourth quarter tonight. And, I'm just super excited. I just sent them a new product into Amazon. It's a newly launching product. So I'm super excited to get that going. It's in there, in the process of getting it ranked and doing that right now. So people are finding it, and it's going to get going, and it's going to be awesome. And my other products are picking up. I just put in another big order to fulfill my inventory for some other products, and this is a huge time of year. And typically for sellers, I mean, for me last year, my sales pretty much during into the fourth quarter, they quadrupled. And that's really not with no extra work or effort from me. So, this is a huge time of year. I do want you to think about that. The sales are going to be easier for you to get if you follow the training and list things the way you're supposed to. Follow the map to profits, but take that little hint and use that low for hanging fruit right now, because it'll sell. You'll get your account warmed up. The first of the year, you'll be sitting pretty. You'll have a nice warmed up EB account. Things will be coming in. And by the way, January, things are still moving pretty good in January as well. So that's still a good month too. But you'll be all revved up, and then you'll have a good business going. You'll have cash flow. You'll be able to list more items. You'll be able to just grow that and scale it up. And then, what's cool is then you'll be set up for fourth quarter next year. I mean, they have a whole year under your belt. You will absolutely kill it next year. I mean, so I just wanted to touch on that tonight. A lot of people have questions about Q4. I think a lot of people avoid starting up right now because they think it's going to be too crazy. They think it's going to be a little overwhelming, and it's really just simply not the case. That's just not the case at all. I mean, things will be easiest for you right now. And if you do come up against obstacles, we do have, again, there you have me, you have Letitia, you have Brian, you have Brett, you have all these people in our group, you have Jeff. I mean, you can ask a question in the group, and people will come and they will help you, and they will tell you, well, here's what I did, or here's where you can look for that. And they'll even private message you in instances as well. So wanted to spend a little time talking about that tonight, sharing that with you, because time is of the essence. If you are in a situation right now where you're struggling and you're paycheck to paycheck, or you really just need a life change and you need something different in your life, this is a perfect time of year to start up in this business. It is perfect for you to start it right now, because number one, you can capitalize on the amount of online shoppers that are coming on and shopping right now on eBay and Amazon. You can absolutely take advantage of that right now. It'll be easier for you to make sales now, starting up, and you will get yourself into position where you're warmed up. You've got a eBay site or an Amazon site that is trusted by eBay and Amazon. You'll start to get more visitors come the first of the year. You'll start, you'll be able to retain sales, you'll have momentum, and you'll be able to leverage that and scale your business up, because you've developed a good reputation. It's only getting better. And this is just a perfect time of year to do it. I know I've said that like probably 500 times at this point,
but
because I want to hammer the point home. Go ahead, Letitia. You said
this is the perfect time to start. This is actually the time of year last year that Joseph and I started really getting into the business. Joseph had been doing a little bit of dabbling, but hadn't really done a lot. And he was like, look at this with me, and let's really go full force with it. And I was hesitant, but at the same time, I wanted to see what it would do. And I was shocked. I'm like, this is the end of the year. No one's going to really be, all these other stores or all these other eBay sites are already going to have their stuff going. We're not going to get anything, but we did. We got sales. We got enough sales that I was like, oh, this is doable. This is a real business. This is something we can do. And it got me excited. And so I started doing more, and we really got our store up and going. And you learn very fast if you start in Q4, because first of all, I didn't even know what Q4 was. The first time I heard them mention Q4, I'm like, what are they talking about? And then it dawned on me, because common sense stuff just hits me like a truck sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, fourth quarter, fourth season, holiday season. It makes total sense to call this time Q4. And it really is. There's so much that goes on, and you learn quickly because it's moving quickly. And really, what better time to learn than when you have to learn, because you have to get it done. And it's exciting because you're seeing sales, you're seeing money that you didn't think you're going to have at this time of the year. So, I can't say enough that if we had started in February, it probably wouldn't have been as exciting, because that's, it's a slow month, and you don't get a lot of, it's not that you don't get sales, because you do. We definitely got sales in February, but if I'd started in February, I wouldn't have been so excited, because it wouldn't have been as much, and I wouldn't have been able to learn. And I'm a hands-on person. I can watch the videos 100 times, but a lot of it's not going to really make sense and set in until I'm doing it, which has been my case. So, I like to jump in there. And so when I first started, we didn't have the Saturday trainings, or maybe I just didn't know about them. I don't think we had them. So when we finally started getting the Saturday trainings, and I was like ecstatic, because that was the information I needed. Picking up how to find the items and how to list them and how to ship them out. That was easy stuff, because that's my personality, picking up how to do things. I'm a doer. But I wanted to know, well, how do I fine tune this, and how am I nitpicking, and what are these little things? And those are the things that you get in the Saturday trainings that they make me so excited. I hate that, well, I don't hate it. At first, when I first started watching them live, I'm like, we can't go do anything today. It's Saturday training. But now I go back and just watch them, and still get my family time in. And I'm excited to do that because I know I'm going to go back and there's going to be something in there that I'm going to be like, yes, that's exactly what I've been trying to put my finger on. And now I've got it. And it makes my whole week, to be honest, to be able to go back and be like, oh, I'm going to go back to this setting and this one, or I'm going to go back to these listings, or I'm going to add this to my new listings. And I don't know. See, I'm hyped up. I've been running with the kids all day. We had Boy Scouts and we were doing lots of painting and learning how to do our pledges. So I'm kind of like probably too caffeined up.
The life of a busy mom.
Yes,
I know. I was flying in from fumes from soccer practice and trying to get them all bathed into bed and all that kind of stuff. So
I know. I'm like rushing through the door, dive into bed, get into bed. I got to get the computer going.
Exactly right. Yeah, and then we had some lovely little tough technical difficulties in getting the Hangout up and going, but we did do it. So guys, I just wanted to spend time tonight talking about Q4. In e-commerce, it's huge. Listen, and you heard Letitia say, I mean, it really, one of the key factors in scaling your eBay business and Amazon for that matter is if you're a new seller is, you need to do some things like you're limited on how many listings you can put up and the dollar amounts and stuff like that because they want to trust you to get going. It's a lot slower to get going in the slower months. You will be able to get going fast if you will start up. If you will listen to us and start now and start doing it now, you will be able to get up. Bar none, if you start right now, you'll be able to get up and going fast. I mean, much faster than somebody who would, like, let's say, start in February or start in June. You will go so much faster right now. So if you are on the fence, if you're thinking about it, if you are wondering shouldn't I, you know what, this is the time to take the plunge. This is not the time to wait. Again, this is the fastest you'll go is if you get going and you start going now. And we are here to help you. We are in the group. We're always there to answer questions, point you in the right direction, get you resources, whatever it is you need. So I hope you have enjoyed this short but informative hangout, and I hope you understand how important it is to get your business started right now if you're going to, because you'll go fastest this time of year, and we want the best for people. We know this is the fastest time to move, especially for those of us that are already got products out there. I mean, we're hyped up because we're like, woo! I mean, here comes like this is the biggest income we make all year round is this season. So this is exciting for us, but we're excited for you, for new people too, because we know how fast you can go if you'll just get started right now, and it's the easiest time to get started. So with that being said, I think we have hammered the point home to death. And we want to thank you for joining us. I'll get this video up on the Hangout page shortly. If you do have questions, you can always type them in the Hangout page or below this video if you see it on YouTube, and we will answer your questions. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions at all, just message us. We will get back to you. And if you're on the fence, jump off the fence and get started right now. It's never going to be easier. Any last words, Letitia?
Julie, I think you said it all.
All right, over and out. We'll see you next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, hopefully back on the Hangout page. Have a good night.
Night.